going? So we made it home from North Carolina. We are now in Anawan, and we made a decision as far as which missions organization to go with. Thank you if you prayed. We're going to share with you what we chose, but first we want to share with you our vision. We want you to understand what we're going to be doing as missionaries and why.
And a couple people's responses were that they like to see our smiling faces in these updates. So we're going to share our vision for you by using smiling faces.
Yeah. So there are three areas of spiritual battle that we see at this time in history, and we're going to focus on each one of those. One is media, the second one is disciple making, and the third one is reaching unreached people groups with the gospel, those that have never heard. Next. Okay, Michaela, what's our first topic?
Media.
Excellent. So let's talk about media. When we're talking about media, we're talking about the spiritual battle that rages when it comes to TV, music, movies, internet, social media, all these things, and the effect that they have on our lives. That's just a big area of spiritual battle. And so we're going to be working with a ministry called Media Talk to be able to do seminars in churches on that topic.
Yeah, here's a little clip that'll give you an idea of what Media Talk is all about.
We live in a media-saturated society.
The screen time for the average American child is over 53 hours a week.
The digital age has swept into young adults' lives like a tidal wave.
Media has taken my generation captive.
Media was very big in helping me to escape the realities of my life.
I was captivated by television. It dictated what I was going to do and when I was going to do it.
It's a bigger addiction than drugs a lot of times.
There is a great need for concern. When you unplug, all of these things that are part of God's design for us begin to be restored.
Okay, Zaya, what's our next topic?
Discipleship.
The second area we're going to focus on is making disciples.
So according to Lifeway, who does a lot of research on churches, 6 in 10 Protestant churches are plateaued or declining in attendance, and more than half saw fewer than 10 people become new Christians in the last 12 months. That is actually research from pre-COVID.
So part of our ministry will be going to churches to help with discipleship through workshops and a disciple-making course.
Who's the next one? Okay, then. Thank you. So we talk about unreached people groups. I want to give you just a little picture of what is the remaining task as far as getting the gospel to every people group on this earth. Check this out.
Let's classify the 7 billion people on the earth today into 3 groups. Let's start with the Christians. About 33% of the world's population would identify itself as Christian. Next, there's the 38% of the world that has access to the gospel but has chosen not to follow Jesus. That leaves us with 29% of the world, just over 1 out of every 4 people on this planet who not only have never heard of Jesus, they have no chance of hearing the good news of Jesus Christ. They have no access to the gospel, no Bibles, no churches, no believers nearby, no chance to learn about Jesus. 2 billion people are still waiting for the good news of Jesus Christ. So here's a question for you. What are you going to do to change that?
So we're going to connect churches and believers with missionary teams that are reaching the unreached.
So now for the big unveiling of who we are partnering with. We're not just partnering with one organization, actually 2. The first is Media Talk 101. And what they do is they do seminars on media. So we're going to partner with them, get some training from them to be able to offer that in churches and in other ministries. But also we're going to be partnering with Frontiers. So Frontiers is out of Phoenix, and they send missionaries to unreached people groups. And through them, we're going to be connecting with churches to do discipleship, workshops, and a course, and then also connect believers here in churches here with unreached people groups so we can help bring the gospel to every people group on this earth. That's what we're going to be doing. So this is how we are participating with Christ in order to fulfill his command, which is to go and make disciples amongst all people groups. That's what he told us to do, and so this is how we're going to participate. We're grateful for that. Thank you so much for watching. We are now in a position, since we chose which mission organization to go with, we are going to start building a support team. If you are interested in just learning about that, like how you can partner with us, we need a lot of help. We really do. We need help with people to pray, people to give, and people to hold us accountable and encourage us. Megan keeps reminding me about that piece. It's super important. So we really need people. We actually need about 102 people is our goal for our support team to support us in one of those three areas. So more on that after the outro music. So if you're interested in just learning about our support team, then after the outro music, stay tuned and we'll fill you in. Other than that, thanks so much for catching our update. I hope you're encouraged. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you soon.
See you later. Love you.
Bye.
So we are looking to build a support team, and the key word there is relationship.
Right. So we're looking for support in three areas. One is prayer. The other one is money, financial commitments. And then the third is encouragement and accountability. So our last video, we talked about prayer and needing some prayer warriors. We still need some people for that. This video, though, we're going to talk about money. So essentially, money equals time. Right. So if we're able to raise 50% of our budget, then I'll need to work part-time somewhere, and then I'll be able to do this mission with Media Talk and Frontiers part-time. If we can raise 100% of our budget, then I'm able to do this full-time. And so essentially what we are looking for is we need, for just that one aspect of our support team, we need it's 102 people right now that would partner with us financially at $30 a month, or 66 people at $50 a month, or about 33 people at $100 a month, and then we are able to be, full-time.
So for anyone that's on our support team, our commitment to you is regular updates, phone calls, and we'd like to try to visit you a couple times a year. You're part of the team.
So if you are at all interested in learning more about this ministry that we're moving into, potentially partnering with us in any capacity, we want to sit down with you and talk more about it. Please reach out to me. Here's my phone number. Just shoot me a text and say, let's meet up, and I'll meet up with you at any time. Or you can go to our website and under support, just fill out your information and then what areas you would like to support in, and click submit, and then I'll follow up with you after that as well. So thanks so much for considering being a part of our support team. We really appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next update.